Hello everyone, I'm Rich Noonan and welcome to Builder Spotlight from gorgeous southeastern Wisconsin. The people of this region are very lucky because this is home to one of America's most progressive and greenest builders. The Preservation Home story, next on Builder Spotlight. If you ever wanted to see how homes will be built in the future, 10 or 20 years from now, you're in luck if you live in southeast Wisconsin. Preservation homes come in familiar shapes, styles, and price ranges, but it's what you don't see that sets preservation homes so far apart from almost every builder in America. Preservation is based in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, but it is a national leader in the green building movement. Many builders call themselves green, but very, very few are anywhere near as green as Preservation Homes.
By today's standards, everything is green. All you need to do is watch the news, read the paper. Everybody has got a twist on what green is, and we spent the last couple of years trying to show people what green means to us. And that's really the purpose of what we're doing today, is to help people understand what's different. So our focus simply as a company is to reduce consumption, reduce waste generation, emit or send less emissions to the atmosphere, build a home that's healthier to live in, and a home that's less expensive to operate.
Builder Spotlight Television travels all over America profiling builders, but never have we seen a builder go to so much trouble to make its homes so green, so energy efficient. Preservation homes are as beautiful as they are progressive. They are way ahead of their time. In fact, Preservation builds stunning homes that cost a fraction of what other homes cost to operate.
And our homes have the environmental equivalence of permanently removing 2 cars from the highways or the planting of around 1,000 trees. And that's compared to a typically constructed code-compliant home today. It's a big difference. Our homes are about 65% less expensive to operate than the conventionally constructed home today.
Frankly, talking to Jeff Allberger is like talking to a scientist, but long before Jeff met his wife and started raising the couple's own 2 boys, Jeff Allberger was working with his grandfather, who was a top cabinet maker in the Milwaukee region. Quality is ingrained in Jeff's DNA, and it shows in his attention to detail. Several years ago, Jeff teamed with a like-minded colleague, Kevin Annenson, and they started Preservation Homes. Their mission was simple then, and it is now: to build beautiful homes which are less expensive to operate, healthier for your family in which to live, less impacting to the environment, and more valuable over time.
I think there's a misconception that that a green home is this home built into the side of a hill with all glass facing south and a grass roof, right? That's not a green home today, or an eco-friendly home. I think one of the finest compliments we ever got was that, well, that home, your home is as beautiful as other homes that I see in the marketplace today. How can that be a green home? Well, to us, that's wonderful. We're not asking you to change your style. We want to build to your style. And that's what a custom home builder does. What we want to do is make sure that we're doing all the other things that matter. I don't want my children and my grandchildren to suffer for mistakes that we could address differently today.
To really understand what makes Preservation Homes so different, so much better, you have to see how Preservation builds from the ground up. We were there one morning when 2 big trucks from Amwood, a great Wisconsin company that builds building components, arrived on a Preservation Home site. And within 10 minutes, they had the bones of the flooring built. But that afternoon, the walls were up. Simply incredible. And this is what the home looked like within a week. But don't be confused that speed means poor quality. Preservation Homes and Amwood build their homes indoors at the Amwood plant. They are built out of the weather to exact tolerances. Framing contractor and builder Willie Stelter runs the crew. He says Jeff and the Preservation Homes team set a high standard.
One of the best I've seen.
Tell me about that. What's he like?
He's very, very detail-oriented. He's extremely knowledgeable about the green building, more so than anybody I've met. Every house that I've built for him has been top-notch.
The evidence of that is everywhere on a preservation job site. The little extras, like gluing everything with powerful construction adhesive to make everything airtight, something most builders simply don't do. Look at the red studs on this wall component. They are special ordered by Preservation Homes because they are stronger than a normal stud.
In areas where we install cabinets, whether it's the kitchen or whether it's the bathroom area, we install engineered studs. And the reason we do that is these studs are straighter and truer. When we talk today about concrete countertops, granite countertops, silestone or Zodiac or Cambria, those types of stone surfaces, when we put a backsplash against a typical wall, we get a wave because the studs just aren't straight. These studs are straight. When we bump granite or one of these concrete surfaces against this area, our backsplash fits the wall, and we're not caulking large gaps to make it look like the fit is right. So we do this on any of the areas that we install cabinets, and it just improves the quality of the home.
That is really important to Don Schultz and his wife. They will be living in this house soon. And they built their custom home with Preservation Homes for a very interesting reason. You see, this will be their retirement home. And they know that a Preservation Home will cost significantly less to operate than anything else out there. They say Jeff's incredible knowledge of green building made preservation the obvious choice.
He seems real interested in keeping your costs down eventually, and good for the environment and good for everything else. We are interested in keeping all our expenses as low as we could while having an energy efficient house. Everything that he's done apparently pays itself back and pays you back.
Preservation Homes is one of the few builders in this part of America to be recognized by the U.S. Department of Energy for preservation's cutting-edge green techniques. And here is one of them. Even the way the studs are aligned in a Preservation Home is different from traditional builders.
By using the staggered studs, what happens is at the inside of the home, our spacing is 24 inches on center. So our drywall touches this stud, it skips this stud. We get 2 inches of insulation. It lands on this stud with 2 inches of insulation behind. We skip a stud, 2 inches of insulation to the inside. We land on the next stud.
The bottom line, in a Preservation Home, the staggered stud designs makes the walls much stronger and more energy efficient. The sound and outside temperature stay where they belong, outside. The heat and air conditioning stay inside. To be sure of that, Preservation actually conducts an energy audit before it delivers the keys to any new Preservation homeowner. Imagine a builder doing that, hiring an outside firm to check his work. This stunning parade home was about a week from going to closing when we were shooting Builder Spotlight. We watched as the energy consultant pressurized the home, simulating a steady wind of 20 miles per hour blowing on that home. He then tested the walls, windows, bathroom vents to look for air leakage. He used a little smoke gun to see how air was reacting around the windows. An infrared image showed any hot or cool spots in walls and ceilings.
The house is done very well.
This home passed with flying colors, well over double the standard expected in a green home. This Preservation Home was a parade home and a real showstopper. Look at this kitchen. The craftsmanship is incredible. And this room was the inspiration for the entire home.
Our clients came to us with a picture, and it was simply a picture of this kitchen. And they said, design us a home around this kitchen. And although we made some modifications from that design, widened the space, turned the cabinets back and brought them back to the partially dividing area here between the great room and the kitchen, this kitchen looks exactly like the picture.
Grab a pen. We're going to give you Preservation Homes contact information throughout the program. We'll also give you the information you need to contact some of Preservation's great partners, the craftsmen and women who help Preservation achieve its goals every single day. Preservation Homes' web address is greenbuilderwi.com. That's greenbuilderwi.com. The Preservation phone number is 262-723-6250. That's 262-723-6250. Reach out to the Preservation team. They are a great bunch of people, and they are perfect to build your next dream home. ABC Audio Video is simply the best company in this part of the country to handle all of your audio and video needs. The ABC team will design and install your custom systems, whether it's built-in speakers, big screen TVs, home theaters that are simply incredible, intercom systems, and so much more. ABC is the choice for so many because the ABC team is on the cutting edge. Chris Klug and his people are pros.
At ABC Audio Video, we design, sell, and install custom audio video systems. We ask a lot of questions of our customers. We don't oversell or overcomplicate. So if you want a simple, easy-to-use system, give me a try.
Remember, whether it's new construction or putting an audio or video system in an older home, give ABC Audio Video a call at 262-483-6656, or you can go to the ABC website at abcaudiovideo.com. Easy website to remember. Do it. You'll be glad you did. Preservation Homes is also proud to use Amwood Building Systems for all of its panelized components. Amwood is a very special Wisconsin family company doing business all over the northern Midwest. Scores of builders use Amwood because for over 35 years, Amwood has been building the best components in the business. At Amwood, quality always comes first, no matter what style or size home you want. The experienced Amwood team will take you from cutting-edge design right through the framing process or even finish out the beautiful home for you. Amwood specializes in being as green as possible and even has a great showroom at its Janesville corporate office for builders and homeowners. Listen to what the experts say about Amwood.
They're still a family organization. I can call and talk to the owner of the company. He's interested in what matters to me, and he's been willing to work with us to really push the envelope on what matters about green building, about the things that make us different than the average builder.
To see a complete range of services, go to amwoodhomes.com. Amwood Building Systems, your best investment. Another great investment would be at one of Preservation's stunning homes like these at Foxwood at Geneva National. Preservation Homes is the exclusive builder at Foxwood, but Preservation is a custom home builder. If you have land on which you want to build, call Preservation Homes. Or Preservation has lots in 10 other premier developments in southeastern Wisconsin. Go to the Preservation website at greenbuilderwi.com for details on all of the Preservation communities. You can also stop by the Preservation office in Elkhorn, and while you're there, check out the great showroom to help homeowners pick out material choices. But the most important choice is asking the Preservation team to build your new home. Whether it's a smaller home priced in the 200s or a much larger one over $1 million, Preservation's incredible commitment to building green allows its homeowners to keep a lot more green in their bank accounts.
Even though we start off spending that same amount of money every month, over time, that utility bill creeps up at the average rate of 8.5% per year. My home is going to save you close to $300,000 over the term of a 30-year mortgage. And we can show you that factually. It's reality. So that's the difference. And that's really what we hope to help clients understand, or potential clients, is that you're going to get a home that's built better, and you can afford to spend more money to build that home because the operating costs are so much less that the net monthly cash outlay is the same as if you built with XYZ Builder.
I ask you to think hard about that. Building with Preservation Homes is an investment because of the quality and incredible energy savings. Preservation Homes are insulated like no other. Several different kinds of insulation are blown in depending on what is best. One type around fireplaces, another on the walls. The insulation is then shaved off to form the tightest air seal anywhere. Jeff and the Preservation team are meticulous about green. They use super efficient geothermal HVAC systems. A Preservation Homes systems room looks like something out of NASA, but it works so much better than a traditional home. Geothermal quite simply uses liquid-filled pipes buried in the ground to extract the Earth's 54-degree temperature and heat or cool the home.
So let's talk first about cooling the home. We bring in something that's 54 degrees. If I can get it into a heat exchanger and I can just blow air across it, I can cool the home, basically. When it comes to heating the home, the simplest way to explain it is that when it's 0 degrees outside here in Wisconsin, which is pretty common, at least in the winter, the typically constructed home has to raise the temperature of the home 68 degrees. We're starting at 54 degrees. I only need to grab 16 degrees. I only need to grab 14 degrees. When we talk about a good quality gas-fired furnace here in Wisconsin, we might talk about something that's 95% efficient. Well, what does that mean? Here's what it means to me. To me, it means that every dollar of energy I put into it, I get 95 cents worth of heat back out. With a geothermal system that we implement in these homes, for every dollar of energy I put into that unit, I'm going to get between $4 and $5 worth of heating or cooling out of it.
If you're interested in a geothermal system for your new or existing home, call the geothermal experts, Dave Drakamp Heating and Air Conditioning.
Dave Drakamp, to the best of our knowledge, has installed more systems in southeastern Wisconsin than anybody. The people that they have on staff are exceptional. The quality of the workmanship, and more importantly, probably the quality of the planning associated to a system of this size and equipment connection is crucial. And Dave Drakamp does a wonderful job in providing us good quality systems that perform after the fact exactly how they told us they would perform prior to their installation. And that means a lot.
Our motto is your comfort's our family's tradition. So we try and live that on a daily basis and take care of them no matter what their project is, to put our heart and soul in whatever they're doing, give them value when they choose us, and leave them recommending us for the next job.
Give the great guys at Dave Drakamp a call. Look at them on their website at davedrakamp.com and get some ideas, and start making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. If you look at the piping in this room, it's a plumbing work of art. Southern Lakes Plumbing and Heating custom built this system so the homeowner could control water flow easily to any part of the home.
We use Southern Lakes Plumbing as our primary plumber because their commitment to quality is excellent.
Whether it's an incredible piping job like this or any of your plumbing, heating, cooling, or septic needs, call or stop by the Southern Lakes showroom on Highway 12 in Elkhorn. Southern Lakes Plumbing and Heating. Quality work by quality tradesmen. A key to comfort in your home is insulation, especially during a Wisconsin winter night. Alpine Insulation is on the forefront of the newest and best ways to insulate your home. And Alpine has been getting it right for a long time, over 37 years.
Stand behind everything we do. We use only the highest quality products from the manufacturer. Very well trained workforce. Guys have been with us a long time. My dad, being an old German, really believes in the quality craftsmanship, and we instill that in the workforce.
Alpine Insulation. Don't just insulate, isolate with Alpine. Well, one of the signatures of a preservation home is the stonework. You can see the craftsmanship in this beautiful fireplace. It's the key focal point in a preservation parade home. Jeff and the preservation team rely on HD Masonry for all of the stonework.
We love HD Masonry, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, we get to have the opportunity to have the owner of the business on site with every project that gets done. His commitment to quality, I believe, is exemplary. And when you look at what's been done here, this is a unique melding of odd-shaped round stones along with the more traditional rectangular ledge stones. It's a work of art, and it takes a master craftsman to put something together like this and have it look appropriate and not incorrect. The other thing that HD Masonry brings to the table for us, in my opinion, is unique considerations and design. One of the things that we have going on in a lot of places in this home are the use of elliptical arches. And we've introduced that here at the front of the fireplace as well in a piece of Bedford stone with a chiseled edge finish. And it's a beautiful addition aesthetically, and it's wonderful for the placement of decor, etc. Additionally, we've added the Bedford sills as caps as the fireplace changes dimensionally from this width and mass at the bottom to something a little more chimney-like as it transfers to the ceiling. And again, as you look up the fireplace, the mix of more naturally odd-shaped stone with the rectangular stone, it's spectacular. It's a breathtaking addition to a beautiful home.
Give Brian a call at HD Masonry. The number there is 262-736-4370. He's a great guy. I spent some time with him. HD Masonry does all kinds of stone and brickwork. If you want a fantastic outdoor fireplace or need a big commercial building, all built in brick or stone, call Brian at HD. And now we move to countertops. Countertops in preservation homes are always showpieces, and that's because preservation uses the Granite Workshop of Lake Geneva. Granite Workshop is a leader in this region at fabricating natural stones such as granite and marble, but also the newer cutting-edge materials such as silestone, like you see in this kitchen.
The end result when we see these tops installed on site is spectacular. And again, Granite Workshop just does a great job, not only with kitchen areas and not only with new homes, but also with existing remodeling scenarios.
The Granite Workshop, simply beautiful work at an affordable price that will last forever. On the web, granite-workshop.com. Preservation Homes is such a green builder, it's easy to forget how beautiful and functional Preservation Homes really are. Preservation specializes in designing and building homes that flow, homes that work. Whether it be this peaceful room over a garage in which to escape and read that book, or this incredible finished lower level inside a home at Foxwood at Geneva National. Preservation homes are wonderful places in which to live because so much thought goes into building a preservation home as opposed to a traditionally built house. The preservation team is as progressive about the building process as it is with the end result. For example, changes. Many builders hate it when a homeowner wants to make a change during construction, but not Jeff and the preservation team.
This is a change late in the game for us, but I think it's going to be a great addition because now we've got this voided space here. I think we're going to be able to create a really nice niche there.
I asked Jeff if he was hesitant to go on television and talk about making changes once a house is underway. I've experienced that with other builders around the country.
I'm not at all hesitant to say it. I think it comes back again to the desire to satisfy our clients, and we find ourselves making these suggestions for improvements, and I think that's one of the most interesting things about it, is that I walk into a space on occasion and I'll say, I can't believe that I didn't recognize this in the plan. And I will suggest to our clients that we make this adjustment.
The one thing that Jeff won't change is preservation's commitment to going green, and part of that means using as many local people and products as preservation can in the building process. Jeff thinks of ways to reduce the carbon footprint of a home like no other builder I've ever met. This beautiful fireplace mantle is a great example of that. It was cut from a 30-foot cherry tree that simply had to be removed from this lot in order to build the home. The tree was right in the middle of the lot. But always thinking green, the preservation team found a really neat way to use that tree.
This was a cherry log. The tree itself was about 30 feet tall. It was not that old of a tree, but as you can see with some creative milling, we were able to get a good portion of it sized right, and the finish is beautiful. It's a unique conversation piece, and to us, a very green choice here. We've got a product that existed on the site. We've got a mill locally that does things like this for us, and it's become a wonderful conversation piece to a beautiful fireplace.
In terms of waste on job sites, Preservation Homes is a national leader in eliminating waste. You couldn't find a builder anywhere in the U.S. who's generated less waste than Preservation Homes.
What we know is that job site construction-related waste constitutes about 40% of landfill waste generation. 40%. Now, most builders will use 3 dumpster containers during the construction of one of their homes. We typically use 1. So it's a 65% reduction in waste generation. Now, because of the method that we construct, we build these homes in 3-4 days, not 3 or 4 weeks. That means my guys drive to the job site, they burn their gas to drive there, they emit the emissions from the automobile for 3 or 4 days rather than 3 or 4 weeks. Because the home is erected that quickly and constructed so fast, we bring power to the home immediately. We stop running gas-powered generators and gas-powered compressors on site. So, all that comes together really to create a scenario whereby you couldn't be more environmentally responsible and less impacting than the way we construct our homes. Beyond that, there's so many things that we do inside that make such a difference. Air sealing the home is one of the crucial responsibilities we have today. Everything that we do is about air infiltration to the house. Building scientists assure us on a regular basis we can't build a home too tight. We have to exchange air in that home. We need to make sure that we keep a healthy indoor air environment. And part of that on our end is handled through an HRV system, a heat recovery and ventilation piece of equipment that simply exchanges air from inside to outside. The difference is we do it now under our terms rather than under the terms of lesser quality construction.
Remember, all this green does not mean you have to pay a lot more money for a preservation home. Great insulation, geothermal systems, staggered studs, fantastic windows, and all the other things preservation does will save you money in the long run.
We want to look at things that pay back to our clients in 7 years or less. To us, that makes sense. There's sort of this itch point, if you will, that people want to move in 6 to 10 years. So when we can show that the things that we're doing are going to impact them specifically in a shorter period of time than which they may be interested in selling that home, it makes sense for people. They can get their arms wrapped around that.
As you might expect, Preservation searched high and low for the best window manufacturer out there. Windows can be the Achilles heel of a green home, but not in Preservation Homes. Preservation uses a Wisconsin company called Windows by Unlimited, which literally invented some of the greenest windows available.
Unlimited provides us a window that has a U value performing at 0.21. Again, almost 45% better than the traditional name brand windows that you might be familiar with. Now, what's better is that these windows are warranted for life. Not just the life of you having the home, but this is a transferable warranty. This adds value to you when you make this home available for sale in the future. The windows that we utilize from Unlimited are a triple pane window. So we have 3 pieces of glass in which we're capturing the argon gas to cause the window to perform well. They're fantastic. They service their windows, they build parts for windows that they built 40 years ago, and they warrant all of the product for life.
Windows by Unlimited clearly offers old world service, but if you visit the Unlimited plant in Oak Creek, just like we did, it's right outside Milwaukee, you can see that Unlimited is ultra high tech. Take it from me, if you want the best windows on the market, call Windows by Unlimited and start saving on your energy bills today. And don't forget to ask about the government tax credit for windows. This is a great time to buy Windows by Unlimited. In the final analysis, the home building business is changing. Builders who are not very good at what they do are out of business. Preservation Homes has thrived during these tough times because it's building homes of the future. Remember, energy costs raise at almost 9% a year on average, so if you're buying a home in the future, please consider how much it will cost you to operate that home. I know firsthand that Jeff Allberger and the Preservation team truly care about their customers and making our world a little better place. Watch what happened when I asked Jeff what was fun about his job.
Every single home we build. I mean, I'll get almost choked up here talking about it, but I love what we do. We have the opportunity to build a home for a client, and again, we don't build spec homes. We just don't do it. We build specific to our clients, and we fulfill their needs when we do that. That's a home that's going to stand forever, and my name, our company name, is associated to that home forever. And it's something we take a great deal of pride in, and it's something we're proud to be a part of. And quite frankly, this is one of the most challenging industries I've ever been involved with, and I love it more than anything, and I couldn't imagine not doing it.
Preservation Homes, one of America's greenest and one of America's best builders. For Builder Spotlight, I'm Rich Noonan. Thanks so much for joining us.